Good morning. This video may discuss sensitive topics such as inequality, relationships, relationship abuse, and ignorance. Hello everyone, I'm Elyse, has Another Truth on YouTube. Welcome and welcome back. Today's video will focus on Katie Joy, also known as Without a Crystal Ball or Katie Paulson, often referred to as KJ. Just to clarify, these are all names for the same person. Before I get into it, I want to emphasize that everything I share here is based on my personal opinions, which stem from my observations and understanding of certain situations. Please do your own research, form your own conclusions, and make wise decisions with the information you find. I urge you not to approach Katie Joy or anyone else based on my comments, and certainly not in an abusive or harassing manner. I don't condone such behaviors on this channel or in my life outside of YouTube. Now I'd like to briefly discuss a recent Instagram post and video about Jason Duggar's wedding and Katie Joy's narrow viewpoint on it. She highlighted Bob Duggar's perceived frugality and implied that the wedding might have been a shotgun affair along with her issues regarding fangirls. Let's take a moment to briefly explore the concept of fangirls and the power they hold. Fangirls often find community and solidarity in their shared interests, allowing them to express their passions and connect with others. This phenomenon can foster empowerment, as fangirls can rally around causes, amplify voices, and affect good change. For instance, we've seen how fandoms can mobilize support for social justice initiatives, getting people to register to vote, influence important public discourse, and even shift the political landscape. Their enthusiasm can create platforms for representation and advocacy that might not have existed otherwise. This is just one facet of it. However, there is a darker side to this dynamic, particularly when it comes to romantic relationships that emerge from these fan-follower dynamics. These relationships can often be marked by significant power imbalances. In situations where a fan becomes emotionally or romantically involved with a public figure, the disparity in status can lead to unhealthy dynamics and more. For example, the relationship between Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise highlighted such inequity, in my opinion, where the celebrity's power, influence, and dogma had overshadowed the fans' feelings and desires. When fangirls are portrayed as naive or uncontrollable, as Katie Joy, in other words, suggested about Maddie Grace, it perpetuates harmful stereotypes that dismiss their agency and experiences. These stereotypes can reinforce patriarchal narratives that reduce passionate engagement to mere obsession, stripping fangirls of their voice and significance. I'm not saying that Maddie Grace had any kind of movement in mind when she approached Jason Duggar or connected with him, but I don't want to take anything out of that equation. While it's important to acknowledge the genuine feelings that may exist, it's equally vital to recognize when those feelings are being manipulated or exploited. But Katie Joy, the problem is Katie Joy has not expressed this meaningfully. In the context of the Duggar family, particularly with Joshua and Anna, we can see how these imbalances play out in real life. Bob's decisions appear to be made with little regard for the emotional and social ramifications on his children, indeed, creating situations where individuals like Anna may have been pressured into roles they weren't ready for or willing to embrace fully without understanding the context of the truth. It may be because of Anna's own situation and her experience that she may have felt that this was her way out of it. This is not to blame her. This reflects a broader issue of inequity within relationships where one party's interest in decisions overshadows another's autonomy and well-being and right to know and consent. Now, returning to Jason Duggar, I don't think Katie Joy's accusations about this marriage to Maddie Grace are justified. It just doesn't make any sense. He may genuinely love her, and it's obvious in his public affection. And his legal troubles should be addressed and addressed separately, but I do not think that they're connected. It's crucial to separate a personal relationship from legal issues. Love can exist independently of external pressures. Now, before I get into it, I do not think that what I'm saying here is I do not think Bob Duggar forced Jason to marry this girl, this woman, young woman, to get out of a lawsuit or to make a name for himself. That's the reason why I've expressed it the way I have. Of course, if there are any other legal problems and things that are not disclosed or things going on, people have a right to make a choice of whether they want to get involved or not, because ultimately it ties up their own reputation, their own work, their own means and money and opportunities. I want to make that emphasis very clear. Now, Katie Joy is also facing her own challenges, yet she appears to be deflecting attention with erratic posts and live streams while trying to discredit those suing her and other people who she feels superior to. Ultimately, I do see a lot of projection in Katie Joy's statements. I don't believe Jason Duggar's marriage has anything to do with his lawsuit, and I certainly hope that Maddie Grace's own resources and reputation are tied into it. But I doubt Bob Duggar was trying to protect himself through this situation. This is just another Katie Joy nonsense move, not to diminish the issue at hand. Well, that's it. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourselves. Until next time.